Welcome to G Fun Facts Online. Today we're digging deep, literally, into a world of unseen intelligence. Forget brains and neurons. This is about memory encoded in trillions of microorganisms living right beneath our feet. We're talking about the remarkable memory of soil microbes. For a long time, we've treated soil as little more than passive dirt, a simple substrate for growing plants. But science is revealing a far more complex picture. Soil is a dynamic living ecosystem, and its microbial inhabitants have an astonishing ability to remember past environmental events. This ecological memory allows them to better respond to future challenges, from droughts and pollution to nutrient shortages. So, how does a community of bacteria and fungi remember anything? It's not a conscious thought, but a series of intricate, inherited adaptations. The most straightforward mechanism is a shift in the community itself. Imagine a long drought. Certain microbes that are good at surviving with little water will thrive, while others die off. This isn't just a temporary change. Long after the rains return, this altered community persists, carrying a memory of the drought. The soil is now primed, ready to respond more effectively to the next dry spell, because the dominant microbes are already equipped with the right survival strategies. A fantastic example comes from the prairie soils of Kansas. Scientists found that microbes from historically dry regions carry a potent drought memory. This memory is so effective that it can be transferred to other soils, conferring drought resistance to plants that weren't previously adapted. Another incredible mechanism is what's called the dormant seed bank. Soil is a massive reservoir of dormant microbes, a living archive waiting for the right conditions to reawaken. During harsh times like a fire or extreme cold, many microbes enter a state of suspended animation. They preserve their genetic material until conditions improve, at which point they can be resuscitated, reintroducing their traits back into the active community. This seed bank ensures that the adaptive traits of previous generations aren't lost, giving the ecosystem a vast library of microbial skills to draw upon for future challenges. Perhaps the most fascinating mechanism is epigenetics. This involves heritable changes in how genes are expressed, without altering the DNA code itself. Think of it as adding sticky notes to a cookbook that change which recipes are used, without rewriting the recipes. Environmental stress can trigger these epigenetic changes in microbes, and these changes can be passed down to their offspring. Exposure to a pollutant, for instance, can cause specific chemical tags to be added to a bacterium's DNA. This influences how the next generation responds to that same pollutant, allowing for a much faster adaptation than waiting for random genetic mutations. Finally, microbes have a superpower: horizontal gene transfer. Unlike us, who only pass genes to our children, bacteria can share genetic information with their neighbors, even if they belong to a completely different species. It's like sharing a learned survival skill across the entire community. If a few bacteria evolve a gene to break down a new pesticide, they can share that gene, quickly spreading the memory of how to deal with this threat throughout the soil. So, what exactly do these microbes remember? Their memory is surprisingly broad. We've already talked about drought. Soils with a history of water scarcity harbor microbes that are masters of water conservation. They can produce compounds that improve soil structure to hold more water and even influence how plants manage their own drought response. They also remember nutrient availability. In soils with low phosphorus, for example, the microbial community shifts to favor fungi that are experts at mining phosphorus and delivering it to plant roots. This memory of scarcity makes the entire ecosystem more efficient at acquiring and using essential nutrients. Microbes also remember pollution. There is growing evidence that past exposure to a pollutant leads to faster and more efficient breakdown of that same chemical upon re-exposure. The community essentially learns how to deal with it. Soils with a long history of heavy metal contamination, for instance, have a higher abundance of metal-resistant bacteria that have evolved ways to detoxify the metals or block them from entering their cells. Even major disturbances like fires or agricultural tillage leave a memory. After a fire, surviving microbes in deeper soil layers, along with the dormant seed bank, carry a memory of the pre-fire community, which influences how the ecosystem recovers. This discovery of microbial memory isn't just a scientific curiosity, it has profound implications. In agriculture, we could revolutionize farming by inoculating crops with microbes that have a memory of drought, creating more resilient food systems that need less irrigation, which is crucial as our climate changes. By managing soils to promote this microbial memory, we can enhance their natural ability to cycle nutrients, suppress diseases, and boost crop yields. This memory is also a key factor in ecosystem resilience. By retaining a memory of past disturbances, microbial communities help entire ecosystems bounce back faster from extreme weather events. Protecting our soil biodiversity is like protecting a library of survival strategies for the planet. The potential for bioremediation, using life to clean up contamination, is also huge. We could potentially train microbial communities by pre-exposing them to a specific pollutant, making them more effective at cleaning up contaminated sites. We could introduce microbes selected for their memory of tolerating heavy metals, effectively locking those toxins away in the soil. The study of soil microbe memory is a rapidly evolving field. Scientists are now working to decode the chemical signals microbes use to communicate, to explore whether we can engineer microbial communities with specific memories, and to integrate this concept into our models of how ecosystems will respond to future change. This unseen intelligence beneath our feet is a powerful reminder that the world is far more complex than we often assume. By understanding and working with this microbial memory, we can unlock new solutions for food security, environmental protection, and climate resilience. The future may depend on our ability to listen to the ancient wisdom of the soil,